Guys, big things are happening for crypto right now, and I need to prepare you for a big move that is happening in 24 hours. Guys, today I'm gonna go through everything you need to know so that you are not caught off guard, so that you are prepared for what's to come. We got big things happening in the crypto space today and tomorrow, guys. Stick around, I will explain everything. So welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And with that said, guys, let's look at Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame. And in yesterday's video, we were talking about how it was bad news for us breaking down below this orange box and how it was looking likely that we could see some more downside. You can see the trend is very clear here. We are in a downward sloping channel here. And also you can see that we broke down from this orange line right here, tried to break through it, had some support here, tried to break through it on the resistance here, failed to do that. So it's looking likely that we're gonna see some more downside for Bitcoin, guys. I'm just going to say that. Now, is that a problem? Not really, because we have a strategy. You know my strategy already if you've been watching my videos. But, you know, getting that opportunity to buy at lower levels, if we come down here to the orange line at 20,400, I can already say that I'm gonna be a buyer of Bitcoin down here. Also at $20,000, I am going to be a big buyer of Bitcoin should we come down there. So that is the immediate targets if this downtrend continues. So that is something that I'm gonna be on the lookout for and actually act on if we come down. But we do have some massive catalysts coming in 24 hours, which I am going to show you here. So that is going to be kind of the key reason for if we're actually gonna see some more downside or if we are gonna start to reverse here and start to make a push towards the orange box and try to break through it again. So looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, you can see that we did have a support level here on the daily time frame trying to support up the Bitcoin price. Of course, we have broken down below it, but what I want to show you is actually the Lux Algo. So the Lux Algo, as you know, it very rarely gives us signals, but when it does give us signals, they are usually pretty good. They're usually, actually, almost always fantastic. So Lux Algo, you already know the track record here, usually very, very big. And you can see we gave us the sell signal right here in November of 2021. This was at the top at $60,000. Gave us that sell signal, and since then it has continued to monitor the Bitcoin price until it finally gave us the buy signal right here. Now, what we need to be on the lookout for is, of course, if this is now going to start to potentially give us the sell signal here. So that is what I'm watching, guys. As soon as we do see that sell signal, if we see it, we're not seeing it yet, but if we do see that sell signal, I am going to update you. So make sure to subscribe, activate the bell as soon as possible. I will bring you that information. Of course, the Lux Algo, of course, if you want to get it yourself, you also have the link in the description. Right here in the description, if you use this link, you also get a discount. So make sure to use this link if you want to get the Lux Algo yourself. But traditional markets are also kind of going sideways, did have a big drop, now going sideways in traditional markets here, which is kind of, people are a little bit unsure. You can see this formation right here, how we're kind of like having like a diamond formation kind of like this. So market a little bit unsure what to make of this, which is understandable because tomorrow, just like I said, we're gonna have a key event actually happening. So before I talk about that, let's look at the dollar index first. Dollar index, you can see it's been struggling with my orange line right here 1, 2, 3 times on the weekly time frame, mind you. So on the weekly time frame, been trying to break through it, haven't been able to do that. So on the weekly time frame, we're still seeing that resistance. So that is something to take note of as well. If we manage to break through this on the dollar index, of course, it is going to lead into assets selling down most likely. As the dollar index goes up, assets tend to go down. Now, one thing on the chart I want to show you as well is the on the weekly time frame, the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. So this is basically altcoins, and you can see that since 2021, early 2021, we have been trading inside of this massive wedge. So this is a huge thing. Now, if we, I mean, it's looking likely that we're gonna continue to trend inside of this for a little while, but if we manage to break this to the up and to the downside, that is going to be a big move in the altcoin market. So paying attention to that as well. Total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, so altcoins. Now, the events we need to pay attention to tomorrow is actually the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. You do have unemployment rate in Canada. You have non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. Now, why is this important? Well, we do have some forecasts here, and we can see that the previous one was very high. So you are seeing the economy being pretty strong on the surface at least. And we know that Jerome Powell and the Fed, they have said that we haven't made any decision about the March meeting. So they are looking at these key data coming out tomorrow, which means that the speculators, the traders out there, they're also going to react depending on the data that is coming out tomorrow. So if we have bearish data, if we have the economy being more weak than expected, of course, markets are most likely going to pump. How weird as that even sounds, but that is how it works, because if the market is very strong, then the Fed are gonna do increased measures to increase the rates and so on to push down the markets basically. So we're keeping an eye on that. And look at this, guys. All of a sudden, about 80% are now believing that we're gonna have a 50 basis point rate hike in the next meeting. This was like 5% a couple of weeks ago. But due to the inflation being higher than expected and all of this data coming out, now the market are pricing in us having that 50 basis point rate hike. But the Fed have said that they haven't made a decision. So if we do not see that 50 basis point rate hike, well, the market is going to react positively because the market is right now expecting us to have that 50 basis point rate hike. So this is like the psychology of the market. This is like what trading has become. Just looking at the probabilities, looking at what the market thinks, and then looking at the chart and see how we can make sense of this. But this is what it's come to right now. Now, why are we also seeing some more kind of bearishness in the market? Well, Silvergate, the number one crypto bank, I believe, they were serving most crypto companies. They have entered into voluntary liquidation. And the worst thing about this is that we're still seeing the ripple effects from Luna, from Celsius, FTX, and so on. So as the impact of FTX's collapse continues to ripple outward, today we're seeing what can happen when a bank is over-reliant on a risky, volatile sector like cryptocurrencies. And this is the narrative the TradFi people are going to spin. They're going to say, oh, this was crypto's fault. You should know that banks should not get involved with crypto. But honestly, this was Silverbank just taking on excessive amounts of risk. So this was just a bad apple in the space. So they're going to try to spin this as something that is to blame for the crypto space. So this is what they're saying. I've been concerned that when banks get involved with crypto, it spreads risk across the financial system, and it will be taxpayers and consumers who pay the price. So you're seeing that increase, crackdown on crypto. And even yesterday, I talked about the US government selling $200 million worth of crypto. They have over $1 billion. So this caused panic in the crypto space. And we know that, yes, you are seeing Operation Choke Point in crypto, meaning that they are trying to kind of cut the bank access to crypto. They're trying to do what they can to spread panic in the market. This is why they've been issuing, subpoenas and lawsuits against Binance and against all of these different companies, Kraken, Gemini, and so on. You're seeing a governmental attack on crypto. And for the government to kind of cause panic, sell $200 million worth of crypto on Coinbase, making that transaction public, of course, maybe that is just one more thing that the US are doing right now to try to kind of destroy crypto. But they won't be able to do that. But yeah, they're going to use this Silvergate entering into liquidation, and they're going to spin it as crypto is risky. Banks should not do business with crypto, although it was just this bank handling user or like taking on excessive amounts of risk, and now they got wrecked for it. We also had reports about Gemini, JP Morgan cutting bank ties with Gemini, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. But Gemini came out yesterday and said that despite reporting of the contrary, Gemini's banking relationship remains intact with JP Morgan. So, I mean, you continue to see this FUD in the market, which is what it is, guys. This is crypto. This is why we have opportunities in the crypto space, because this is still very much the Wild West. So you already know my strategy. Should we come down here, 20,400, orange line, orange box at 20K, I am going to add some juicy positions for Bitcoin. And I want to remind you that when we went up here to $25,000, people were crying for the opportunity to buy crypto at 20, at 18, and so on. So if you see that opportunity, well, perhaps this time you should act on it. Not financial advice, of course, but if you were, kicking yourself for not getting into those positions previously, well, now you might have that chance again. And over time, as you know, I do think that in a couple of months, we're gonna start to see the acceleration of crypto. And until then, we're gonna see massive swings to the up and to the downside. Be prepared for everything, guys. And that is what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.